House Bill 2002, relating to preservation of housing and prescribing an effective date.
The question now arises upon third reading and final passage of House Bill 2002B. Representative Keny-Guyer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Preservation of Oregon's existing affordable housing is a critical part of addressing our housing crisis. What happens is at the end of usually a 30-year contract with the HUD, Housing and Urban Development from the feds, or USDA's Rural Development Program, or Housing and Community Services at the state level, might have affordable housing for about 30 years. And at the end of that contract, when the contract comes up, the units can be available for sale on the open market. And it's really important, as part of increasing our supply, that we aim to purchase and rehabilitate as many of these investments that we've already invested a lot of money in. We know that it usually costs about 2/3 the cost to preserve them than it does to build them new. And many of the people who are in those units have been there for many, many years. Sometimes it's low-income families, but often it's seniors and people with disabilities, and they may have lived there up to 20 or 30 years. So it's not just the roof over their head, it's also a community that they've done. And for every one of the new affordable homes developed, 3 are at risk of loss, either to disrepair or conversion to the market rate. Between 1996 and 2017, at least 105 federally subsidized properties with 3,543 units were lost to mortgage maturity, prepayment, contract opt-out, and foreclosure. And many more projects are at risk right now. House Bill 2002 strengthens existing law by offering new tools to help preserve Oregon's publicly supported housing. House Bill 2002, the -A6, will track Oregon's inventory of affordable housing by creating a statewide database at Oregon Housing and Community Services to monitor Oregon's inventory of affordable housing. It will require notice of expiring affordability. So the bill requires an affordable housing property owner to provide a 2-year notice to OHCS and to local government where the property is located of the contract expiration or other action that would determine affordability. It would provide opportunity to purchase for existing contracts. So under House Bill 2002, property owners subject to an existing affordability contract must provide OHCS, the local government agency, or a designee, an opportunity to purchase and preserve the property's affordability. And lastly, it will provide a right of first refusal for any new contracts. For future affordability contracts, it requires a property owner to provide first right of refusal to OHCS, the local government, or a designee when a property owner accepts a third-party offer of sale. If the owner accepts a third-party offer, the owner must provide OHCS, the local government, or a designee an opportunity to match that offer. So this was one of the biggest issues that came up in the audit of Oregon Housing and Community Services that our Human Services and Housing Committee reviewed back in the fall. It's one of the most important pieces. It's probably the least controversial piece that we have in the whole housing arena to preserve the housing that we have, to make sure that we make good on the investments we've made in the past, we extend them into the future, and we protect people in their homes. So I encourage an aye vote.
Further discussion? Seeing none, Representative Keny-Guyer, do you wish to close?
I do, Mr. Speaker. I just want to thank the Speaker. She is the chief sponsor on this. I know she is passionate about housing in general and particularly about preservation, and I want to thank her and her staff for working so hard on this. Thank you.